Coppins, the quarterback for Stuttgart. Hawkins, the lone setback. Going to hand it off to Hawkins, trying to get outside the numbers. He does, but he's good defense by the Lumberjacks, and then a bad tackle. Missed the tackle. He's out of the 30, the 40, midfield. It's a foot race down the field. Giving chase is Jared Payne at the 10, the 5, touchdown, Riceburgs. Oh, my.
All you could say about that play is Warren spotted him a touchdown. That was a giveaway. An awful attempt at a tackle, and
Delfino Riviera had him stood up at the 20-yard line. He broke that tackle, and then there was no support coming from behind.
Nothing.
And
an
Hawkins,
awful tackle, awful support, awful defense.
Hawkins just outran everybody. I thought Payne was going to catch him.
Hawkins did a great job of running. He didn't stay in a straight line, or he would have got caught.
Hossman on to attempt the extra point. Warren leads 9-6. The snap's down. The kick's on its way. It's through the uprights, and it's good. 9-7. Stuttgart pulls to within 2. 2:17 to play in the half. We're back in a moment.
No need to go all over Arkansas to find your next vehicle. At Lucky's of Monticello, we want to be your home for all your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC needs.
I've been buying vehicles since I was 18 years old, and the easiest trade I ever made was at Lucky's of Monticello.
Call, click, or come by today and find new roads to Lucky's of Monticello, your home for big town selection and small town prices. 1215 Highway 425 North in Monticello, or online at autobuylucky.com.
When you think about getting a loan, do you tell yourself there has to be a better way? Well, I'm here to tell you there is. This is Brandon Hogg with Union Bank, and I want to show you the difference on your next car, truck, or ATV loan. So stop by my office in Monticello or call me at 460-6400, and you will see that banking with Union Bank is a better way of banking. Financing with approved credit? See loan officer for details. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Jakari Lee will field it at the 10, up over the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, midfield. Jakari Lee, the flag is down, back inside Lumberjack territory. Lee's going to run out of bounds down at the Stuttgart 25-yard line. But like
if he calls a hold, I'm waiting to see the call because I know where he threw the flag and what he threw the flag at. That's a ridiculous call. Stuttgart got a great call out of that.
2:05 remaining here in the half. It's 9-7. The Warren crowd doesn't like the call. Neither does David.
Nope.
And Warren's big run is going to be brought back.
That official assumed he was going to hold him. He threw the flag on an assumption, not the play.
They'll mark the football back at the Lumberjack 31-yard line. 1st and 10 Lumberjacks. Warren has all 3 timeouts remaining to use. Warren leading 9-7 here in the quarterfinals of the 4A State Football Championship playoffs. Cornish back in at quarterback, wanting to throw. Cornish all day looking down the field, throws and overthrows a wide-open Tayshawn Johnson out at the 45-yard line. Oh, Tayshawn had about 4 yards on the linebacker that was trying to cover him.
Offensive line doing a great job on protection.
And Cornish just overthrew him. It's only the 3rd pass attempt of the night for Cornish.
And so far, everything that can happen on a pass has.
Well, caught one, had one intercepted and missed one.
Yeah.
All right, 2nd and 10 for the Lumberjacks. As it'll be at their own 31. Exactly 2 minutes left to play before halftime.
Timeout, Warren
couldn't
get it together.
Hey, don't forget our friends at American Shifty Corporation. They've been in the business longer than anybody else, fixing and repairing all types of big truck rear ends, transmission, clutches. They do it all. They're the best in the business. They fix more big truck transmissions and rear ends than anybody else because they are the best. They're located in North Little Rock at 2101 East Broadway. But if you're in the trucking business, the logging business, the heavy equipment operator, you need to write these numbers down. There's 1-800-444-5977. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and they offer the best warranty in the business. You know Michael Adair's from right here in Warren. He travels all over the state, and he can come to your shop, come to the woods, come to your job. You get the parts out, he'll take them back. They can repair them and get them back to you quicker than anybody else. That's American Shifty Corporation. They've been a Lumberjack sponsor now for about the last 15 years, and we want to thank them for being a sponsor once again this season. But if you need heavy equipment worked on, transmission, clutches, or rear ends, they can do it. That's American Shifty Corporation. All right, second down and 10 for the Lumberjacks. Ball spotted at their own 31. 2 minutes left to play in the half. Warren leading 9-7. Cornish out of the gun. Cornish going to leave it with Cedric. Cedric hit behind the line, breaks the tackle, hits the outside to the 35, the 40. Going to be all the way out to the 46-yard line before he's finally wrestled down there. They'll stop the clock long enough to move the chains. He stayed in bounds. And Warren will have it 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. They start the clock with 1:45, and Warren comes to the line of scrimmage. Warren still with 2 timeouts left. Payne and Lee go wide left. Cornish wanting to throw this time. Blitz coming. He unloads it deep down the field looking for Lee. Overthrows him in double coverage. And, boy, I tell you what, the play action, it stuck the line. The defensive lineman there, that was Cameron Harper. He nailed Cedric Calvert after he faked the handoff.
Yeah.
But it allowed Cornish to have time to throw.
Yeah. Because he landed on top of Calvert.
Yeah.
But what can you say? It was great protection again.
Second down and 10 now for the Lumberjacks. Clock stops with 1:27 on the incomplete pass. Warren will send trip receivers wide left. Twins come wide right. First time we've seen a empty backfield. And Weston Gavin flicked. The defensive end was coming hard.
Yeah.
Weston Gavin started rocking backwards.
Yeah, he rocked.
So Warren will look at second down and 15. They'll spot it back at the 41-yard line. Make it the 41. Second and 15 for Warren. You got Traylon Jackson and Jared Payne split here into the near sideline. Trip receivers, Lassiter, Jakari Lee, and Tayshawn Johnson wide left. Cornish throws over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Trying to go for Maddox Lassiter. He had a defender right there in his hip pocket. That was probably a good thing that one was overthrown.
Yeah.
So it'll be third down and 15 now for Warren. Down to 1:20 left to go before half. Stuttgart has 2 timeouts remaining. Warren has 2. So third and 15 now for the Lumberjacks. Ball spotted at their own 41-yard line. Warren leading 9-7. These two offenses have averaged over 35 points a ball game. Cornish going to dump it out of the backfield to Traylon Jackson. He drops the football. It's incomplete. Jackson let it go off his shoulder pad coming out of the backfield, and it'll fall incomplete. And David Warren's going to have to punt it away.
Warren's got to punt it away.
Stuttgart's going to get the football back with 1:14 remaining here before half. Warren leading 9-7. And we'll see if Stuttgart comes after Maddox Lassiter, the punter. Actually, Lassiter lines up short.
Yeah.
And now Stuttgart's going to jump. No, a timeout call before
he jumped.
Before he jumped offside. Stuttgart will take the timeout. We'll keep it right here. Remind you that number 1 Wash and Shine Detail Shop. They're open 7 days a week. They can clean your car, your truck, your van, anything you got. You get it up there to them, or they can come pick your car up and deliver it back to you all clean. They offer a senior citizens discount. And again, they're open 7 days a week. You know, it's cold out there. It's going to be pretty tomorrow, but it'd be too cold to clean your own car up. Give them a call. 870-820-2171. That's Thomas Miller and his crew at number 1 Wash and Shine right across from the YMCA on Main Street in Warren. Warren's looking at 4th down and 15.
They're going for it?
From their own 41-yard line. Lassiter stays in at quarterback, but he's lined up only in the shotgun. He's not lined up in punting formation.
He's not in no punting formation.
Stuttgart called the timeout.
But your punt snapper is on the football field.
All right. Warren will shift, now go into the punting formation as Lassiter drops back. And now Stuttgart's going to call it their final timeout
of the ball game.
Their final timeout of the half. Warren leading 9-7. 1:14 left to play. And now Stuttgart decides if they want to try to come after the punter and try to block the punt to give them a short field to work with. Well, that's just become a chess match here between Coach Embry and
Coach Embry has forced Stuttgart to use 2 timeouts. So he's left them with nothing.
No timeouts remaining. We get Warren leading 9-7. Other games going on around the state tonight in the quarterfinals include Robinson hosting Lamar, Crossett is hosting Arkadelphia, and Rivercrest is hosting Shiloh tonight. We'll have scores for you at halftime, hopefully from around the state. Warren again will shine up, and now they'll shift into the punting formation. 4th and 15, a minute 14 to play before half. Lassiter gets a good snap, gets a high, wobbly kick toward the sideline. It's going to hit it to 30, take a lumberjack roll inside the 35 to 25, all the way down to the 20-yard line, and finally be blown dead there. So that's going to be a 39-yard punt by Maddox Lassiter, and Stuttgart has a minute 3 remaining with no timeouts.
Now, the question is, will Warren be able to play defense this time, or are they going to give them an easy touchdown?
Well, last time it was an 81-yard run by the running back, Cedric Hawkins, from almost the same position on the field. Ball's on the right hash mark, just inside their own 20. Hawkins will line up in the backfield beside Coppins, the quarterback. Trip receivers come wide left. Warren's going to rush 4. Coppins straight drop. Pressure coming. Ball tipped in the air. Caught by Hawkins, the back. He's back at the 10. He's going to get it back to about the 16-yard line. That was Connor McDermott who got a hand on it, tipped it in the air. The back, it was supposed to be a screenplay anyway.
But he did us a favor by catching the football. The clock didn't stop. He lost yardage. You'd take that every day of the week. 2nd
and 13. The handoff to Hawkins again. Hawkins gets it up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. And they're going to have to hurry to get another play off. We're down to 28 seconds as they try to line it up. Now the officials call timeout. I think Warren called the timeout. It's 3rd down and 9. And Warren took the timeout. Warren leading 9-7. And they're going to put a little bit more time back on the clock. There's 21.7 is what it shows, but they're going to put more time back on the clock. Mm-hmm. Coach Embry wants the football back before halftime. He'll have one timeout remaining after this timeout. Hey, our friends, Trucks Heating and Air, Matt Trucks and Michael Burns, they can take care of all your heating and air needs. You know, it's been cold, going to be colder this week. So if you need some heating work done, you need to give them a call at 820-1525. Or Michael Burns' number is 820-0722. They've been in the business a long time. Those two guys take care of all my heating and air work, and they can take care of yours as well. Too. They do great work. They offer financing, and they can repair most any brand. They can do warranty work on most brands. They offer financing, and they are your Rudd dealer, which is made right here in Arkansas. Those Rudd units are made in Fort Smith. 3rd down and 9 for Stuttgart. Coppins will work out of the gun. Twin receivers go to either side. Coppins, quarterback, keeps it himself. He's out to the 20, going to be hit at the 25. Warren's immediately going to call the timeout with 19.2. They put 4 seconds back on the clock. So Stuttgart looking at 4th down and 5 from their own 25. And Warren calls their final timeout of the half. Stuttgart's going to have to punt it away. And you got to think, well, now does Coach Embry go after the punt, or does he just try to get the football and then go?
I'd try to get the football back. Bad things happen in high school when you go up to block the punt. Most of the time it's roughing the punter, and the punt team gets to keep football because they don't. High school does not practice blocking punts like colleges and the NFL does.
9-7 our score. Warren leading by 2. Warren is 2 out of 3 inside the red zone. The Ricebergs have not been in the red zone. Yes, they have one time, and they came up with a missed field goal on that one. Then an 81-yard run by Hawkins, their running back, put them on the board to pull the Ricebergs to within 2. They're going to line up in punting formation. Warren almost jumps off sides. They go with a long snap count. He gets the punt off. It's a low line drive. It hits at the 50. Going to be picked up by Jakari Lee at the 40 right on the sideline. Yeah, he steps out of bounds right at the 41-yard line. And that's where Warren will have it with 11 seconds to go here before half. Warren leading 9-7. So you're just about going to have to go for it all right here on one play.
Right.
Stuttgart, we'll see if they line up and bring 4 or if they rush 5 or drop 8 back in coverage. Cornish in at quarterback. Cedric Calvert, your running back. Twin receivers come wide right. He's going to hand it off to Calvert up the middle. Calvert breaks it at the 40, 45. He's at midfield, headed for the right side. He's down to the 40 and going to be pushed out of bounds with 3.3 seconds left to go as he'll be knocked out of bounds at the 37. Warren's going to have to hurry and get back to the line of scrimmage because they'll start the clock as soon as they get the ball set and the chain set on the far side. See if Warren can get the play off. 1st and 10, Lumberjacks at the 37 of Stuttgart. This will be the final play of the half. Trip receivers go wide left. Twins come wide right. Empty backfield. Stuttgart will rush 4. Cornish, straight drop. Steps up in the pocket, throws deep down the left sideline, going for Tayshawn. It's going to be incomplete, batted down at the line of scrimmage as time expires. The defensive back was played way back. Jaden Strange, he had a good read on it. And that's going to be the end of the first half. 9-7, the Lumberjacks lead here at halftime as we head for the intermission. Warren on top, 9-7. We'll be back and start our halftime show for you when we return in just a moment.
The great thing about the app is we're going to get happy hour pricing on our drinks. That's right. No matter what time. Happy hour, every hour. Let's be honest. Anytime I see a discount, I'm going to go for it. Right. I don't care what it is. I have to have that.
Yeah. Anything that is half price tastes twice as good, right?
Right?
It's always happy hour in the app. Download the Sonic app today and get your favorite drinks and slushes for half price. This is Howie Sonic. Exclusions apply. See app for details. Limited time only at participating Sonic drive-ins.
Did you know that Johnson's Hardware on Highway 63 North in Warren has all your electrical, plumbing, hardware, and building needs, but they also have all the feed you need for all your animals? That's right. Johnson's Hardware has a complete line of feed for chickens, goats, cows, pigs, horses, you name it, they've got it all. And don't forget, they're your one-stop shop for all your plumbing, electrical, and building supply needs. That's Johnson's Hardware on Highway 63 North in Warren. Go by and check it out. If they don't have it, you don't need it.
You might not be a celebrity, but to us, you're a star. At South Arkansas Community College in El Dorado, the faculty and staff are invested in you. We recognize that students like you are the reason why we open our doors every day. So we want you to succeed. South Ark, where we all shine. Visit southark.edu/info and be a star.
Gardner Body and Glass at 607 East Church Street in Warren can take care of all your auto body needs. They specialize in collision repair and provide customer-friendly service. With over 20 years' experience in the auto body repair business, there's no job too big or too small for Gardner Body and Glass. So the next time you're in an accident, give Michael Gardner a call at 870-466-4402. For dependable auto body repair work, give Michael Gardner a call at Gardner Body and Glass in Warren.
We're at halftime here at Lumberjack Stadium. 9-7 our score. 18:40 left to go here at halftime. The Lumberjacks lead. Warren got on the scoreboard first as Warren forced Stuttgart to punt from deep in their own territory, took over at their own 37, took them 8 plays to go in. The extra point was no good. Warren led 6-0. Lumberjack defense again come up with another stop on Stuttgart, and they had to settle for a field goal there as they led 9-0. Warren was in the red zone 3 times here in the first half, ends up getting points on 2 of them. Stuttgart, when it looked like everything was not going to go their way here tonight, took over at their own 19-yard line and on one play went 81 yards. It was their running back, Cedric Hawkins, got him on the board, an 81-yard run. The extra point was good. Warren leads 9-7, and that's where we stand. And, David, if you go back and look, Warren's extra point missed. Stuttgart had a field goal missed here in the first half. You know, we could be looking at a 10-10 ball game.
Right.
If everybody had scored on each opportunity that they had. But we are at halftime. It is 9-7. Lumberjacks lead the Stuttgart Rice Bugs. Let's look at some scores from around the state in the 4A. In the quarterfinals, Shiloh Christian leading Rivercrest 14-0. It's Robinson and Lamar all tied 14-14. Arkadelphia, they're way out in front of Crossett 28-7. As I said, Warren leading Stuttgart here 9-7. The winner of this ball game gets to take on the winner of the Robinson-Lamar game. And the winner of the Crossett-Arkadelphia game will play the winner of the Shiloh Rivercrest game next week in the semifinals. We are here tonight at Lumberjack Stadium. Let's check some 3A scores from around the state. As we look at Harding Academy leading Center Point 21-0. It's Hoxie up on McGee 14-7. McGee had to travel all the way up to Northeast Arkansas for that ball game tonight. Boonville leading Glen Rose 28-14, and then it's Prescott up on Newport 14-7. If you want to listen to the McGee game and keep up with it, you can tune to our sister station KXSA 103.1. Billy Smith and his crew got the call for you over there on KXSA 103.1 of the McGee Owl footballs. They trail Hoxie 14-7. Those are quarterfinal matchups as well. The winners will head on to the semifinals next week. Looking at some semifinal games tonight. In the 5A, it's Little Rock Christian leading Whitehall 14-7, and Pulaski Academy is all over Greenbrier 22-0. Those teams trying to make it to the championship game next week. In the 6A, it's El Dorado leading Marion 28-3, and Little Rock Parkview up on Greenwood 21-14. 7A scores, North Little Rock up on Bryant 10-7, and Fayetteville leading Conway 7-0. Those are semifinal matchups. In 8-man football, I thought I had some scores on that. I don't guess I do. 2A, here we go. Desart trailing McCrory 16-13. It's Magnet Cove all over Fordyce 15-0 in the first quarter, what the score says. Hazen and Poyen are tied at 8-8. And Clarendon leading East Poinsett County 21-0. High school football week 13, quarterfinals in the 2A, 3A, and 4A, semifinals in the 5A, 6A, and 7A going on. That's our scores that we've got from around the state so far tonight. 9-7 our score here at halftime. The Lumberjacks lead the Stuttgart Riceburgs. We'll come back in just a moment and take a look at all the numbers for you here in the first half when we return after this timeout.
Johnson's Hardware on Highway 63 North in Warren has all your electrical, plumbing, hardware, and building needs, but they also have all the feed you need for all your animals. That's right. Johnson's Hardware has a complete line of feed for chickens, goats, cows, pigs, horses, you name it, they've got it all. And don't forget, they're your one-stop shop for all your plumbing, electrical, and building supply needs. That's Johnson's Hardware on Highway 63 North in Warren. Go by and check it out. If they don't have it, you don't need it.
You might not be a celebrity, but to us, you're a star. At South Arkansas Community College in El Dorado, the faculty and staff are invested in you. We recognize that students like you are the reason why we open our doors every day. So we want you to succeed. South Ark, where we all shine. Visit southark.edu/info and be a star.
Gardner Body and Glass at 607 East Church Street in Warren can take care of all your auto body needs. They specialize in collision repair and provide customer-friendly service. With over 20 years' experience in the auto body repair business, there's no job too big or too small for Gardner Body and Glass. So the next time you're in an accident, give Michael Gardner a call at 870-466-4402. For dependable auto body repair work, give Michael Gardner a call at Gardner Body and Glass in Warren.
Ever feel like your insurance agent was there to sell you auto insurance, but not there to service it? At Farm Bureau Insurance, we're here to help with auto insurance serviced by experienced agents who are there when you need them most. Call today for your free, no-obligation review for auto, home, and life insurance that's custom-tailored just for you.
In Bradley County, call your local Farm Bureau agent at 226-2649.
Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Arkansas, Inc. Southern Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
Back here at Lumberjack Stadium, the Lumberjacks leading by a score of 9-7 here at halftime. And, Warren, kind of different from last week, David. Warren didn't have a whole lot of time of possession last week. Here tonight, they've dominated, I think, the time of possession. But they have a 9-7 lead. But Stuttgart's just not going to go away that easy, are they?
No, they're not going away. Anybody thinks they are had never watched this game. Warren, led by Cedric Calvert, 17 carries, 109 yards. Lee, 2 for 5. Jackson, 1 for 1. Cornish, 1 for -4. Laster, 6 for 14. And Johnson, 1 for 19. Cornish is 1 of 6. 1 interception, 45 yards. Warren's rush for 134, thrown for 45, 179 yards total offense. Stuttgart, their leading rusher is Hawkins, 7 carries, 88 yards. He has their lone touchdown.
But 81 of that came on one
run. Yes.
Okay.
Coppins, 5 carries, 62 yards. Poole, 1 for 6. Strange, 2 for 3. Coppins, 1 of 5, 1 interception, -3 yards passing. Stuttgart's rush for 159, thrown for -3, 156 yards total offense. Warren has 34 snaps, and Stuttgart's only had 20, ran 20 plays. Warren's had the football 15 minutes and 16 seconds of the first half. Stuttgart, 8 minutes and 14 seconds.
Well, that's quite opposite of what we normally see out of the Lumberjacks as far as time of possession. But you look at this, David, both these teams come in averaging over 37 points a ball game.
Yes, I mean, both are high-flying offenses, but the defenses has done their jobs tonight, and no offense has really got unwound.
You take the opening drive by Stuttgart. They were on the move. Warren intercepted a pass at the 40, drove it down to the 1, came up empty-handed. Stuttgart came up with an interception in the end zone. Warren held them deep in their own territory, forced them to punt. Warren took over at the 37, went 8 plays and scored on their second time inside the red zone. So the extra point was no good. Warren went up 6-0. And then the Lumberjacks drove into the red zone on their next possession, but couldn't get it in the end zone, had to settle for a 26-yard field goal, which was good, and they led 9-0. In between that, Stuttgart had missed a 28-yard field goal.
Yes.
When it was 9-0. And then Stuttgart hits that long run. They're late in the second quarter, an 81-yard run by Hawkins to put them on the boards, and we're at 9-7. And we got just what this is supposed to be, a semifinal, a quarterfinal game. And, boy, it's been a battle so far.
It has been a battle. So far, throwing the football for both teams has been non-existent.
Basically.
Calvert's having a field day running the football. Hawkins had that big run. But what really got the Stuttgart offense going was the quarterback, Coppins. They had hardly no yards. And Coppins had several big plays in a drive, and it seemed to get their offense unstuck.
Yeah, linebackers had to start keying on him instead of on Hawkins, the running back. We are at halftime. It is 9-7. The Lumberjacks lead the Riceburgs here tonight. Again, the winner of this ball game will move on to the semifinals and play next week. It'll either be Robinson or Lamar taking on either Warren or Stuttgart. And then Crossett and Arkadelphia are playing tonight. Rivercrest and Shallow are playing. So the winner of those two ball games will meet next week in the semifinals, the first week in December. We are at halftime. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this timeout.
2 laws of economics. Think locally and act locally, too. Shop and invest close to home. As a community bank, we offer all the services the big guys do. But with us, your money stays home and goes to work for all of us. You care about your community. We know where you're coming from. First State Bank of Warren, Hermitage, and Hampton. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Memorial helps you stay well, especially during COVID-19. Our healthcare heroes provide everything you need with extra precautions to keep the community safe. From outpatient services like counseling and physical therapy to on-site care, including surgery and behavioral health, you can count on the trusted team at Drew Memorial. Why put off those appointments any longer? Get the right care right now, all close to home. Choose now, choose well, Drew Memorial.
Maxwell Hardwood Flooring in Monticello and sister companies Washita Hardwood Flooring and Townsend Flooring in Warren are proud to sponsor this Lumberjack football game. Building a strong team takes commitment and hard work, and Maxwell Hardwood Flooring, Washita Hardwood Flooring, and Townsend Flooring understand the concept of teamwork. Whether it's building the finest hardwood flooring in the nation or having a winning team, it takes teamwork and dedication to get the job done. Be a part of a winning team by following the Lumberjacks right here and joining your friends at Maxwell Hardwood Flooring, Washita Hardwood Flooring, and Townsend Flooring and wishing them the best.
Ryburn Motor Company began in 1946 in Monticello and has been dedicated to taking care of people and giving back to the community. This was a new standard in customer service based on treating people right. Today at Ryburn Motor Company, we do business the same way. Now with 7 brands and over 50 employees, you can be confident in your purchase, service, and experience anytime you call, click, or come in. Ryburn Motor Company, 75 years of excellent customer service and going strong.
Back here at Lumberjack Stadium, the Lumberjacks lead the Stuttgart Ricebergs by a score of 9-7 here at the half. As again, if you joined us late, try to recap the scoring for you. Warren got on the scoreboard first, following a short punt by Stuttgart. As they back up on it, we had 2 turnovers. Stuttgart drove on their first drive. Warren intercepted it, drove to the 1, could not get it in, was intercepted in the end zone, and then Stuttgart had to punt from deep in their own territory. Warren took advantage of the short field. The extra point was no good, but Warren led 6-0. On the next possession, Stuttgart drove down the field. Looked like they were going to score, got in the red zone for the first time of the night, but had to settle for a 28-yard field goal, and it was wide to the right. So it still stood 6-0. Lumberjacks got on the board next with a 26-yard field goal from Jose Jacinto to go up 9-0. And then Stuttgart scored late in the second quarter with an 81-yard run by the running back, Cedric Hawkins. He's just a junior, so we'll see him again next year. But their extra point was good. We're at 9-7. Lumberjacks and Stuttgart. Lumberjacks on top of the Ricebergs. And David, what do you think about this second half coming up?
Second half, I suspect, I don't know what's up with the passing game, but I suspect both teams are going to rely on the run again. Defensively, both teams have got to be real careful, because I think what both coaches will try to do is suck the linebackers in and then try to go over them after. We're going to run. Whoops, there was a pass. Where was everybody? Which I think you've got to watch out for. Now, what kind of adjustments are they going to make at the half? The Warren offensive line has basically dominated the Stuttgart defensive line. We've ran the football very effective. Riley Cornish has had all day to throw the football. They've done a great job protecting the quarterback. So what can Stuttgart do to start that? They're going to have to gamble. And when you start gambling, you know what happens. There's going to be a big play. What kind of adjustments are Warren going to make? I don't know if there's going to be a whole lot defensively.
Yep.
I think the adjustments may be on offense and will be more of the pattern to receivers and running shorter routes, because we haven't thrown the football long real well tonight. But out of the backfield, we've yet to really see Maddox Laster get into the passing game either.
Yeah, he's what is he, 1 of 6 on the night passing?
Yes.
1 of 6?
Cornish is 1 of 6.
Passing, and what he has thrown has been just a little off the mark on the night. But you got to go back. Stuttgart's had good coverage down the field.
The only completion we've had is that swing pass to
Cedric
that went for 45 yards.
A couple of big penalties there in the first half against the Lumberjacks that brought back some big runs.
Big plays brought back.
The one by Cedric was brought back on a penalty. A kickoff return by Jakari Lee was brought back on a hold.
Penalty.
And so we have to try to eliminate those mistakes in the second half.
In the same hand, on Warren's field goal that they marched down and got the field goal on, I believe it was, we got the aid of a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct on Stuttgart.
You're right.
So how would that have turned out without that penalty? So, yeah, both teams, they haven't been penalized much. Both teams have 25 yards, 3 penalties for 25 yards, but they've come at the worst time.
Yeah, bad timing. We're at halftime. It's 9-7. The Lumberjacks lead the Stuttgart Ricebergs. We'll be back with more right after this timeout.
Trust Company provides fast, easy, reliable service with loans to fit your needs. Whether you need a car loan, a house loan, ATV loan, or a new boat, just come by and let Warren Bank make your dreams come true. See a loan officer today about your dreams and make them come true with Warren Bank and Trust Company. Warren Bank and Trust, member Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, member FDIC. Warren Bank and Trust Company. Let them serve you with your next loan. That's Warren Bank and Trust. This weekend at the Weekend Blowout Sale at Super Value Foods in Warren, you'll find beef T-bone steaks, family pack, just $4.98 a pound. Coke and Coke products, 2-liter bottles, 3 for $5. Fresh crisp celery, 88 cents a stalk. Coffee Mate Creamer, 35-ounce container, only $4.98. Bar S hot dogs, 12-ounce package, 2 for 98 cents. And Crisco vegetable oil, a 48-ounce bottle, only $2.98. It's only at Super Value Foods during the Weekend Blowout Sale in Warren.
When it comes to healthcare, I want the best.
We all want the best doctors, the latest treatments. But what if you could have all that in a caring place close to home, where your support goes back into the community? Where can you find health care with that level of care? Bradley County Medical Center, hometown people taking care of our hometown.
Community-minded, just like you.
Hello, Carl Lucky for Lucky's of Monticello. Have you noticed our shopping habits have changed a lot over the last few years? Step 1, grab the smartphone and research the product. Step 2, hit the Order Now button. Well, guess what? At AutoBuyLucky.com, you may use the same process for your next ride. At AutoBuyLucky.com, new or used, see all the pictures and equipment. Oh, yeah, and the prices. Shopping made easy for you at AutoBuyLucky.com.
9-7 our score here at halftime. The Lumberjacks and the Ricebergs making their way out of the dressing room. We're just a few moments away from the start of the second half. We'll go back and look at some scores for you from around the state. First of all, in the 4A, these are updated and should be halftime scores, I believe. Lamar and Robinson are tied 14-14. Shiloh Christian leading Rivercrest 14-0. And then it's Arkadelphia leading Crossett 28-7. And, of course, Warren leading Stuttgart 9-7. Into 3A, Harding is up on Center Point 35-0. Hoxie, McGee's pulled to within 6. It's 21-15 at the half on that ball game. Again, you can listen to it on our sister station KXSA 103.1 here in Southeast Arkansas. Keep up with the McGee Owls. And then it's Boonville doubled up on Glen Rose 28-14. And Prescott leading Newport 28-7. In 2A football, McCroy up on Des Arc 22-12. Poyen over Hazen 30-16. Clarendon up on East Poinsett County 21-0. And it's Magnet Cove leading Fordyce 22-7 at the half. We'll have to try to update you on the scores at the end of the ball game. There is no scoreboard shows tonight after week 12. Randy and Barry don't have enough. There's not enough teams to fill all that time in the evening. So no scoreboard shows tonight like we normally have throughout the season. We'll try to update you on the scores from around the state and tell you who won in these quarterfinal matchups in the 2A, 3A, and 4A, and also the semifinal matchup in the 5A, 6A, and 7A. Now, David, Warren's going to get the football to start the second half. Stuttgart won the opening toss, elected to receive. So Warren will get the football. Wind has not been a factor tonight. It's cold tonight.
It's cold, but there's no wind.
Yeah, but you got to look at it. Warren's passing. They got to get their passing game going here in the second half.
Whoever gets the passing game going in the second half to go with the running game will win this football game.
As the Lumberjacks make their way up on the sideline, Stuttgart still huddled up down there in the end zone. They'll break it, as we said. Warren's going to get the football to start this second half. And we've seen both Riley Cornish and Lassiter at quarterback. You know, I look to see Riley stay in at quarterback, and I say we got to get the passing game going.
Yeah.
Here
of course, what we see Lassiter for is we used to see Cornish more on the obvious, let's run the quarterback power game, but with that need, you're not going to leave him in the football game.
Our friend Dr. Kerry Pennington reminds everyone to get their COVID-19 shot and your flu vaccine as well. Here as we approach wintertime, try to stay healthy and stay well. American Shifty Corporation, proud sponsor of Lumberjack football. If you're in the trucking business, logging business, heavy equipment, hey, you need to know about American Shifty Corporation. They fix more big truck transmission, rear ends, and clutches than anybody else in the country. They're the best at it, and they can get you back on the road quicker than anybody else. Just give them a call at 1-800-444-5977 as we're ready to start this second half. As the kicker for the Riceburgs, Jack Hossman tees it up back deep for the Lumberjacks, Jakari Lee. I don't expect them to kick it back deep to him.
They're going to the side.
Going to be a squibbler down the field. It's going to be handled and now fallen on by the Lumberjacks. As that was Eli Dinsmore who got a hand on it running backwards. And David, you know, boy, it could have been disastrous for the Lumberjacks. But we'll have it 1st and 10. It'll be Warren football at the 24-yard line.
He did the smart thing. Don't mess around trying to pick the football up. Let the offense worry about it.
So 1st and 10 from their own 24 here to start this third period. Warren leading 9-7. That's not a baseball score. It's a football score.
Yep.
9-7. All right, we're going to see Cornish start the second half at quarterback. Cedric Calvert's the lone back in the backfield. Twin receivers go into the boundary. Warren will have it moving from north to south here at Jim Hurley Jr. Stadium, from left to right on your radio. Jared Payne comes wide right to the wide side of the field. The ball's on the left hash mark. And now we're set to go to get the football in and set. Cornish out of the gun. Puts Jakari in motion, handed off to him on the jet sweep. Turns it up, gets across the 25 out to the 28-yard line. He had a couple of Stuttgart Riceburgs waiting on him out there.
He did.
But he makes 3 yards out of it. It'll be 2nd down and 7. As Jakari turned it in to what looked like was going to be about a 1-yard gain into 3. So 2nd down and 7 now for the Lumberjacks. Just underway to start the third quarter. Warren leading 9-7. And Warren, we haven't seen them go up tempo very much tonight.
We really hadn't.
They've looked into Coach Embry. They've checked out the defense and then called the play. Cornish again out of the gun. Puts Jakari in motion again. Leave it with Calvert right up the middle. Calvert out over the 30. He'll be hit and slammed at the 31-yard line. That's almost a wrestling move there by Briar West. He just slammed Cedric Calvert to the turf. But he makes the stop. It's a legal tackle.
Yes, it is.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Lumberjacks. So a gain of 5 on the play by Cedric. Got to put Maddox in at at quarterback again. Cornish comes out of the ball game. Rivera checks in at the fullback. Maddox keeps it himself. Maddox has got the 1st down as he carries it out over the 35, close to the 36, and then he's pushed backwards. But he'll have the 1st down for the Lumberjacks. So that'll move the chains. And David, we always talk about the first drive of the third quarter, how important they are. Even if you don't get points out of it, you still need to swap ends of the field.
You got to swap ends of the football field with it.
So it's 1st and 10 Lumberjacks at their own 35-yard line. This drive started at their own 24. Tayshawn Johnson goes wide left. Cornish back in at the quarterback. Put Lee in motion, hand it off to him on the wide sweep. The jet sweep across the 40, 45, midfield, picks up a block, and finally going to be shoestring tackled down at the 48-yard line. Looked like he was going to break it wide open, but a great open field tackle over there by the defender for the Riceburgs. That's number 11, Levante Clark.
17-yard pickup, first down.
Check that as number 1, Jaden Strange made the tackle. Mark it at the Stuttgart 45-yard line. Ball on the left hash mark. We'll send twin receivers into the boundary over on the Stuttgart sideline. Now put Jakari back in motion. Cornish bobbles the football, and he has to fall on it back at the 49 of Warren. Second time tonight we've seen Cornish bobble the football.
About to say that.
Yeah, for the second time he's fumbled the snap. This time he'll fall on it. It'll be a loss of 6 on the play. And Warren will look at second down and 16. And now you're going to see Delfino Rivera check in at the tight end spot. Maddox will stay in at the fullback. Jakari Lee comes out. So we'll go with a power set, tight end set to the wide side of the field for the Lumberjacks. Twin receivers to the short side into the boundary. Got to hand it off to Tayshawn. Tayshawn on the sweep.
Nothing.
He's strung out. Going to be hit and for a loss back at the 45, and a flag comes in. I believe a face mask. It's going to be called against the Riceburgs. Coming up to make the stop was Daniel Poole. But they stop Tayshawn Johnson back at the 46-yard line. It would have been a loss of 3 on the play. And let's see what the penalty's going to be. Holding against the Lumberjacks. That penalty's declined by Stuttgart. It'll bring up third down and 19 for Warren here on this opening drive of the third quarter.
I was with you. I thought it was face mask.
I did too. 8:44 to play in the third period. Warren leads 9-7. Opening drive of the second half for the Lumberjacks. And they're looking at third and a long, third and 19. Need to get all the way down to the Stuttgart 35-yard line. From their own 46. Jakari Lee, Tayshawn Johnson go wide left. Payne comes wide right. Cornish, straight drop. Stuttgart will rush 4. Pumps, looking, now throws deep down the field, looking for Calvert. It's going to be intercepted at the 20. Return to the 30, up to the 40. Going to be up to the 40, and cuts at the 45, and finally brought down at midfield. Jaden Strange, the safety, picked it off. The ball was intended for Cedric Calvert. It was overthrown a little bit, and Strange was there to collect it.
He had all day to throw the football, but you've always heard me say in high school, anytime a quarterback pumps, it's a bad sign.
First and 10, Riceburgs from midfield. Warren leading 9-7. Second turnover of the ball game by Warren. Coppins, your quarterback. They go with Hawkins in the backfield. And now they've got 2 H-backs. So it's almost like we saw last week at the single wing.
Yeah.
And they'll put one in motion now, moving to the wide side of the field.
Here we got
motion up front. A flag comes in, procedure call against the Riceburgs.
And that's the other thing that happens. You leave offensive linemen and start doing all of that motion, you're going to have linemen rock. You could call motion on every play.
They mark it back. They'll start behind the sticks. It'll be first and 15. Arlie Lee will split wide to the left now for the Riceburgs. Tayshawn Johnson's covered him in man-to-man coverage. They put Strange in motion. Now another flag comes in. And this is going to be another procedure call against the Riceburgs. So it'll be first and 20. Well, Warren came out with the first drive and ended up throwing an interception on third and 19, and now the Riceburgs have it first and 20 from their own 40-yard line.
What they're doing, that motion man is circling around another player and then cutting back up to get in his straight line.
So it'll be first and 20. Coppins again out of the shotgun. Hawkins a lone setback. They stay in the same formation. Shotgun out. Coppins wanting to throw. Looking. Pumps. Throws deep down the right sideline. It's underthrown. Defenders tumbles, and it's caught at the 20 to the 15, down to the 13-yard line. And that is Arlie Lee on the catch. The defender over there for Warren stumbled. That was Traylon Jackson. He got caught up and stumbled and allowed the receiver to get open.
Of course, it being underthrown helped also. More times than not, an underthrown football is completed more than that perfectly thrown football.
Stuttgart knocking on the door at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10. 9-7 our score. Warren with the lead. Coppins will bring his team to the line. Directing traffic now as he'll shift the wide receivers into a tight bunch set here to the wide side of the field. They're going to hand it off on a jet sweep to Hawkins. Hawkins, flag comes in. He's at the 5, dives for the end zone.
It'll come back. It's motion.
He's going to be down at the 1.
Your wide receiver turned it up way too quick.
Another illegal procedure call against the Riceburgs. Wow, 7:30 to play here in the third quarter. Warren trying to hold on to a 9-7 lead. The Riceburgs will have it 1st and 15 from their own 17-yard line. Yeah, from the 17. They can't pick up a first down inside the 3. So it'll be 2nd down and 15. Ball on the right hash mark. Hawkins will line up wide to the right. The new running back in there is Daniel Poole. He'll come as now line up as a wideout. With a bunch set to the left side. There's 4 receivers here on this near side. Put Hawkins in motion. Fake it to him. Coppins will keep it himself. Coppins hit by Gavin. Breaks the tackle to the 10. Going to be down to the 5-yard line and finally brought down there. Jalen Lee coming up from the defensive secondary to make the stop for the Lumberjacks along with Traylon Jackson. But, boy, that's a gain of what, 12? 12 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
That's what you do when you get down there in a big game. You leave the football with your best football player. And Coppins is the best football player on the field for Stuttgart.
Coppins out of the shotgun on 2nd down and 3. Going to hand it off right side. Hit at the 5. His feet driving very close to the first down marker.
I think he's got the first down.
That's Daniel Poole on the carry. They'll mark it right at the 3. So he's going to be about a half a yard shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and less than a yard now for Stuttgart at the Lumberjack 2.5-yard line. They stay with a bunch set. They bring in the tight end, bring in a fullback, 2 fullbacks. Coppins out of the gun. Long snap count. Coppins takes the snap, leaves it with his back, gets to the outside, touchdown. Daniel Poole goes in from 3 yards out. And Stuttgart takes their first lead of the ball game at 13-9 with 5:59 left to play in the third quarter. They take advantage of the turnover by the Lumberjacks and capitalize on it. So this could give them a 5-point lead if they can make the extra point. Hossman is set. The snap is down, and it is on the way, and it is good. 14-9. Stuttgart takes their first lead. We're back with more in just a moment.
This is Tricia Wilkinson with Union Bank and Trust. How would you like to drive for 365 today? Well, if you're looking to get a car, truck, ATV, camper, boat, or tractor, I can help you with rates as low as 3.65% with the annual percentage rate of 3.91. So call me at 226-2035 and let Union Bank help you drive for 365. That's Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Financing with approved credit, rates as low as 3.65 with the APR of 3.91. See loan officer for details.
James Glass and Body Shop, 441 North Martin in Warren, is one of the oldest body shops in Warren, so it makes sense when you need vehicle damage repair that they're the place to go. Using top-of-the-line replacement parts, the professionals at James Glass and Body Shop can restore your vehicle to tip-top condition. And James Glass and Body Shop is the only full-service glass shop in Warren. They custom-cut glass for homes, business, and auto. So the next time you need professional vehicle repair or custom-cut glass, stop by James Glass and Body Shop, 441 North Martin in Warren, or call 226-3130.
Stuttgart will kick it off. It's on the ground, picked up by Jalen Lee at the 23. He's going to return it to the 26, and that's all, a short return. And Warren will have a long field to drive as they'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Stuttgart capitalized on the turnover.
And
even overcame 4 procedure calls. and started behind the chains 3 different times.
It's going to be interesting to see how Warren answers.
They got to respond here. 1st and 10, Lumberjacks from their own 26-yard line. Maddox Lassiter is going to be your quarterback this series, as Cedric Calvert lines up behind him in the pistol formation. Lassiter leads it with Calvert right up the middle. Calvert across the 30, 35, carrying players with him. They slam him to the turf again. You look at Cedric, he's not very big, statute-wise, but he's strong. He's only 5'7", 170, but Cedric runs strong. But those big players for Stuttgart, they're at 6 foot, 6'3", 210, 220, and they just slam him to the ground.
Yeah, but after he's way down the football field.
Pick up the first down out at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10. Lassiter again. This time he'll keep it himself. Maddox over the left side across the 40. He'll be out close to the 43-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 5 on the play. And Warren will look at 2nd down and 5 from their own 43. 5:15 to play in the 3rd quarter. It's 14-9. The Riceburgs with a 5-point lead.
Warren just going with the power set right now, and
you've got Delfino Rivera in there and Irvin Rivera. Delfino's the tight end, Irvin's the fullback. Leave it with Calvert over the left side, and Calvert will find a tough yard there. He'll get it out to the 45-yard line.
Gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll leave it on the left hash mark. So big 3rd down here for Warren. 14-9, Stuttgart with a 5-point lead. Warren looking at 3rd down and 3 from their own 45. Lassiter stays in the shotgun. Put Johnson in motion, going to hand it off to Calvert. Calvert lowers his shoulder, dives, and squeezes through for the first down out at the 49. Boy, Cedric, second effort on that, got him the first down. And he was not very high off the ground when he went across for the first down. So 1st and 10, Lumberjacks as they keep it on the ground at their own 49-yard line. Maddox has to run over to Coach Embry to understand the play. They get it called, 14 on the play clock. Calvert lines up on the right side behind Lassiter wanting to throw, wanting to go deep, looking for Payne. He's covered, the ball's underthrown. It's going to be incomplete as it's batted down.
The
flag comes in. The flag comes in. The defender there was Kedrick Hawkins, the cornerback.
Great call. Your defensive back had one hand wrapped around the receiver and tried to play it with the other hand.
And denied Payne from coming back.
It denied Payne the ability to come back to the football.
So they'll come back and mark it from the line of scrimmage. They will mark it into Stuttgart territory. As they'll mark it from the 49, Warren will get it down at the 36-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Lumberjacks with 3:47 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Stuttgart leading 14-9. Mark it at the 36 of Stuttgart. But again, the coverage was there. He just had a hand on the back of Payne. It was underthrown. Payne tried to come back for it. Didn't have the opportunity, and the flag came in. 1st and 10 Lumberjacks. From the Riceburg, 36. Lassiter snaps, handed off to Calvert. Flag
will be
comes
motion
in.
On the Lumberjacks. Bring it back. They snapped the ball too quick. Nobody got set.
As Calvert gained a yard on the play. An illegal shift by the Lumberjacks.
They had 2 men moving at the same time. It could have been motion. It could have been an illegal shift. Fact was, it was a penalty.
It's a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah.
So mark it back to the 41. It'll be 1st and 15. Now Warren starts behind the sticks. Here, 3:43 remaining in the 3rd, trailing Stuttgart 14-9. Lassiter stays in at quarterback. Calvert's your running back. Go the tight end set to the short side. Warren will shift. Now come the tight end and fullback to the wide side. Lassiter takes the snap, hands it off Calvert, trying to get to the edge at the 40. Flag comes in. He's at the 35, 30. Bring it back.
Bring it back.
10, the 5, another flag down the field. But there's flags all over the place.
This one was the hold over here.
And there's a flag down at the 20-yard line as
It
well.
doesn't matter.
There's 3 flags right there at the line of scrimmage.
Actually, it could matter.
If it's
we
against,
want the one down the field to be against Stuttgart. The first 2 were the hold. Let's see what the third one's going to be. That's going to determine.
All right, the officials holding against the Lumberjacks. That penalty's declined. Holding against the Lumberjacks. It'll remain first down.
Yeah.
As the flag down the field. All right, that was down at the 20. So they're going to wave that one off.
Yeah.
And now they'll spot the football. Let's see, go spot it from the 39 back to the 49-yard line. And that's where Warren will have it. So Warren looking at first and a while. Need to get all the way to the 26. So first and 23. Cornish is back in at the quarterback now. Trip receivers go wide left. That's Lassiter, Lee, and Johnson wide left. Payne comes wide right. Cornish flips it to Talbert out of the backfield, and he is snuffed and stuffed back at the 47-yard line of the Lumberjacks. Coming up to make the stop on him was Kendrick Hawkins. There's a loss of about 3 on the play. And Warren's going to be looking at second down and 29.
But if you noticed on the far side over there, that was Johnson running free.
Second down and 29. Empty backfield for Cornish. 14-9 our score. Stuttgart with the lead. Coach Embry changes the play after they look over the defense. A 4-man front for Stuttgart. They'll rush 4. Flip it out to Jakari Lee. Makes one man miss in traffic, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. Back at the 44-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 2 on that play. Stuttgart is really bringing the house on the wide receivers and coming quick. Oh, my. It's third down and 31 for the Lumberjacks. Stuttgart leading 14-9. A minute 57 to play in the third quarter. Traylon Jackson will check in as a wide receiver. Warren's going to go empty backfield again. You'll put Johnson and Jackson wide left. Lassiter, Lee, and Payne come wide right. They'll rush 4 again. Cornish looking down the middle of the field, finds Lassiter complete at the 35. He'll fall forward down to the 33-yard line. But, David, we needed 35.
We got
28 out of it. Got 28, so it'll be fourth down and 7. Warren's going to leave the offense out there, trailing 14-9 with a minute 20 to go in the third quarter. Cornish finally gets a completed pass.
Yes.
On 4th and 7. Trips come wide right. Cornish out of the gun, wanting to throw again. Looking, now throws over the middle. It's complete at the 20. That's Jakari Lee. He breaks the tackle to the 17 and going to be finally brought down at the 16-yard line. And that was a bullet that time from Cornish. Inside double coverage. Jakari Lee makes the catch, his first of the night.
Second.
And Warren will have his second catch.
Yeah. First one of positive yardage, remember?
Yeah, you're right. Ball spotted at the 17-yard line. First and 10 Lumberjacks. Stuttgart leading 14-9.
Now you can do what you want to do.
Cornish out of the shotgun. Puts Jakari Lee in motion, handed off to him on the jet sweep. Cuts it up at the 15 to the 10, inside the 10, and finally hauled down by Jaden Strange, the safety, down at the 8-yard line. He'll be about a yard shy of the first down. Needed to get to the 7. So second down and 1 now for the Lumberjacks. Warren going to have to hurry if they get this play off before the end of the third quarter.
I don't think they want to.
14-9, Stuttgart leading. 4 seconds. Lassiter's the quarterback. 1 second. Warren's not going to snap it. That'll be the end of the third quarter. When we come back, it'll be second and 1 from the 8 for the Lumberjacks, trailing Stuttgart 14-9. We're back in just a moment.
Johnson's Hardware on Highway 63 North in Warren has all your electrical, plumbing, hardware, and building needs, but they also have all the feed you need for all your animals. That's right. Johnson's Hardware has a complete line of feed for chickens, goats, cows, pigs, horses, you name it, they've got it all. And don't forget, they're your one-stop shop for all your plumbing, electrical, and building supply needs. That's Johnson's Hardware on Highway 63 North in Warren. Go by and check it out. If they don't have it, you don't need it.
You might not be a celebrity, but to us, you're a star. At South Arkansas Community College in El Dorado, the faculty and staff are invested in you. We recognize that students like you are the reason why we open our doors every day. So we want you to succeed. South Ark, where we all shine. Visit southark.edu/info and be a star.
It's 14-9, Stuttgart leading Warren. Lumberjacks knocking on the door, 2nd and 1 from the 8. And David, this time, first time these two teams met, it was 47-27 back in week 2. But it's been a defensive struggle here tonight.
It has.
2nd and 1 from the 8 as we start the 4th quarter. Maddox Mad Dog Lassiter is going to be your quarterback. He'll line up in the shotgun. Calvert lined up in the pistol formation behind him. You've got both Riveras in at tight end and fullback. They'll shift to the short side of the field on the right. Lassiter takes the snap, falls right in behind them to the right side. He's inside the 5, pushes the pile forward to about the 4-yard line. We'll have the first down, and it'll be 1st and goal to go. Lumberjacks are 2 out of 3 inside the red zone tonight.
Yes, they are.
And getting points. They had a touchdown and a field goal. Now it's 1st and goal from the 4 for the Lumberjacks as they trail Stuttgart by 5, 14-9. Johnson will come wide to the left. Maddox stays in at the quarterback. Lassiter does. Calvert. It's in the pistol formation. Shift the tight ends again. Handoff. Calvert left side. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Lumberjacks. Cedric Calvert from 4 yards out. And the Lumberjacks regain the lead at 15-14. And now the Lumberjacks got to go for 2.
They've got to go for 2.
11:22 to play here in the 4th quarter. Warren gets on the board for the first time in the second half. And the Lumberjacks have a 1-point lead. As Coach Embry is going to call the play in from the sideline. We'll leave Lassiter in at quarterback. Stay with the same formation. Both Riveras line up at tight end and fullback on the right side. They shift now to the left side. Calvert shifts to the left side, and now a flag. As procedure, Warren had 3 men in motion at the same time. So back them up 5. Instead of trying the extra point now, the 2-point conversion from the 3, we're going to be back to the 8-yard line. It's going to change the play call a little bit. And we're going to see, checking into the ball game, the freshman Antonio Jordan. So I know what the play is going to be. Do you?
I do too.
We're going to throw a jump ball.
We're going to throw a jump ball in the end zone.
To Antonio Jordan. Stuttgart's going to shift defenders. They're going to put number 13, the 6'2 defender, over here on the 6'3 receiver for the Lumberjacks. And now Warren going to jump off sides.
Big time.
As that was Jordan who took off before the ball was snapped.
He was ready.
So we'll back them up 5 and the 2-point conversion from the 13-yard line now. Warren leading by 1, 15-14. And I don't know if I've ever seen a 2-point conversion or extra point take this long.
No. Extra point, yes. Conversion, no.
First, it's the 2-point conversion now from the 13-yard line. Cornish is going to check back into the game at quarterback. They're going to leave Jordan in at wide receiver, along with Jakari Lee. Here wide to the left. Payne goes wide right out there in man-to-man coverage. Cornish, play action, wanting to throw, and he's going to be sacked. The 2-point conversion is no good. Coming through from the defensive end spot. He's been tough all night. Cameron Hopper, the defensive end, sacks Cornish. The 2-point conversion is no good. 15-14 our score. Lumberjacks lead it. We're back in a moment.
Gardner Body and Glass at 607 East Church Street in Warren can take care of all your auto body needs. They specialize in collision repair and provide customer-friendly service. With over 20 years' experience in the auto body repair business, there's no job too big or too small for Gardner Body and Glass. So the next time you're in an accident, give Michael Gardner a call at 870-466-4402. For dependable auto body repair work, give Michael Gardner a call at Gardner Body and Glass in Warren.
Ever feel like your insurance agent was there to sell you auto insurance, but not there to service it? At Farm Bureau Insurance, we're here to help with auto insurance serviced by experienced agents who are there when you need them most. Call today for your free, no-obligation review. Auto, home, and life insurance that's custom-tailored just for you.
In Bradley County, call your local Farm Bureau agent at 226-2649.
Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Arkansas, Inc. Southern Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company, Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
15-14, Lumberjack with a 1-point lead. 11:22 to play in the ball game. Still a lot of football left. Jacinto will squib it down the field. It's picked up at the 30 by one of the upbacks. He's up over the 35, the 40. A flag comes in. Two flags come in. As the return
It's coming
man,
back.
Kendrick Hawkins got it all the way out to the 48. That's where he'll be down, but there's a couple of flags out on the field. David Warren scoring drive. Hey, it's got to give him some momentum.
11 plays, 74 yards, took 5 minutes and 23 seconds.
Cedric Calvert finished it off with a 4-yard run. A holding call against Stuttgart. They're going to come back from where the spot was, from the 40-yard line, and mark it from there.
Should go to the at the 41, should go to the 31, and there it is.
1st and 10, Riceburgs from their own 31. Warren leading 15-14.
Can your defense pick up the slack now, or will Stuttgart be able to answer?
Coppins out of the shotgun. Coppins leads it with Hawkins. His running back gets to the corner. He's at the 35, 40, 45, 50. It's a foot race to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, 5. Touchdown, Riceburgs. Cedric Hawkins, a 69-yard run. Capped that with an 81-yard run he had in the first half. And Cedric Hawkins is having a spectacular night for the Riceburgs. They'll go back up 20-15 with 11:03 to go. And now Stuttgart going to send on the extra point unit. That'll give them a 6-point lead if they make it. The holder is Landon Melanchunk. As the snap is down. The kick is on its way, and this one is good. 21-15. Riceburgs regain the lead. 11:03 to play in the ball game. We're back in a moment.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval. First State Bank of Warren, Hermitage, and Hampton. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Drew Memorial Health System in Monticello is proud to offer rehabilitation services for patients of all ages. The Drew Rehab Team provides physical, speech, and occupational therapy on an inpatient or outpatient basis and at home. The experienced staff treats pediatric patients, student-athletes, and adults recovering from injuries, stroke, or surgical procedures. The staff will keep you on track throughout your recovery process. Let the Drew Rehab Team help you maximize your functional potential. Close to home. Choose Drew Memorial.
Let it go.
21-15, Stuttgart leads it. They'll kick it off and kick it out of bounds. So Warren should get it at the 35-yard line. Trailing by 6. Stuttgart, doesn't take long to do their scoring drive. One play,
69 yards.
How about their running back, Cedric Hawkins? He's had a touchdown of 81 yards and now 69 yards in the ball game for the Riceburgs. Warren 1st and 10 from their own 35 as they find themselves trailing for the second time tonight. This time by 6, 21-15. 11:03 to play in the game. Riley Cornish, the senior at quarterback. Cedric Calvert, the lone setback. Twins come wide left. Now put Payne in motion. Going to hand it off, Cedric Calvert. Calvert out of the 35, a tough couple of yards. He'll get 3 out of it.
Three of them.
He's pushed backwards. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Lumberjacks as they'll mark it out at the 38-yard line. As the Lumberjacks, again, we talked about it a moment ago. It was 47-27 the first time these two teams met.
They stand no prayer of hitting those numbers again.
I don't think so. 21-15, Stuttgart with the 6-point lead. Warren with the football. 2nd down and 7. 11, make it 10.5 minutes to play. In the 4th, Cornish wanting to throw, play action, has all day. Now looking down the field, finds Payne, is caught at the 40, breaks a tackle to the 35, gets horse collar tackled at the 33. Warren will move the chains, and the Lumberjacks will have it 1st and 10 at the 33, and their Stuttgart player injured on the play. But what a pass and what a catch from Riley Cornish to Jared Payne. As they're marking at the 33, well, we've got the injury timeout. We'll tell you that our friends at Number 1 Wash and Shine Detail Shop, they'll be open tomorrow. They're open 7 days a week. They can clean your vehicle up, have it all nice and shiny. They do a wash job, a complete detail, whatever you want them to do. They'll come pick it up and then deliver it back to you all nice and shiny. 820-2171 is the number. Give Thomas Miller and his crew a call. They're open 7 days a week. 1st and 10 Lumberjacks now at the 33-yard line of Stuttgart. Stuttgart leading 21-15.
Laster in now.
Laster at quarterback. Calvert stays at running back. You go with the 2 tight ends, or the tight end and the fullback. It's Irvin Rivera and Delfino Rivera at tight end and fullback. Handoff Calvert straight ahead. Calvert keeps his feet moving, carries it inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. As that'll be a gain of 4 on the play for Cedric. And the Lumberjacks will be looking at 2nd down and 6. 2nd down and 6 for the Lumberjacks. At the 29 of Stuttgart. 9:40 left to play. Warren trailing by 6. Lassiter stays in at the quarterback. Lassiter wanted to throw, looking for Johnson. It's off his fingertips at the 10-yard line. Tayshawn, by the time when he turned around, the ball was already in the air, and it went right through his fingertips. So it'll be
a touchdown drop.
Yeah, 3rd down and 6 for the Lumberjacks. Warren trailing by 6, 21-15. Clock will stop with the incomplete pass at 9:29. Warren semi-huddles and will break the huddle now. Lassiter stays in at quarterback. Payne goes wide right. Johnson left. They bring a blitz, throw a short pass. This one's short hopped. Going to try to get it to Johnson, but underthrown by Lassiter. And Warren looking at 4th down and 7 now from the 29 of Stuttgart. You're too far to try the field goal.
Yeah.
Got to go for it here. As we'll see Lassiter. Now we're going to see Cornish check back into the ball game at quarterback. And Warren will go with trip receivers wide to the right. Ball on the left hash mark. 3 receivers wide right. Cornish out of the gun on 4th and 7. Cornish straight drop. Great protection. Looking down the field. Throws to Johnson. The ball is going to be knocked down, but a flag comes in for pass interference against Stuttgart. Number 16 was Kentavian Daniels. He kind of rode up the back of Tayshawn Johnson before the ball got there. And pass interference against the Ricebergs will give the Lumberjacks an automatic 1st down inside the 20-yard line and keep the drive alive for Warren. Mark it at the 15, 1st and 10, Lumberjacks. Riceburg leading 21-15. 10 minutes, I'll make it 9 minutes and 17 seconds to go.
I want to see the Lumberjacks just smash the football.
Rivera checks in at the tight end. Lassiter, your quarterback, going to hand fake it to Calvert. Lassiter lowers his shoulder. He'll carry it down to about the 13, a gain of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 now for the Lumberjacks. So 2nd and 8. Clock will continue to run. We'll go under 9 minutes. Really not that much of a factor right now.
No.
The clock, not yet.
No.
even with Warren trailing by 6. We're knocking on the door. 2nd down and 8 from the 13-yard line of Stuttgart. Ball on the left hash mark. Lassiter stays at quarterback. Calvert will move and shift to the left. Both Rivera shift to the left. Lassiter's going to keep it himself. He's inside the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Lumberjacks! Maddox Lassiter from 13 yards out. And he just bulled his way over a couple of Stuttgart Riceburgs and just lowered his shoulder and ran into the end zone. And we've got a tie ball game. It's 21-21. 8:32 left to play in the game. Jose Jacinto will come on to attempt the extra point. Remember, he missed his first one of the ball game. Yeah. Hollingsworth will do the holding. Everyone set for the lead. Snaps down. The kick's on its way, and it is good. Lumberjacks lead it 22-21. We're back in just a moment.
Hardwood Flooring in Monticello and sister companies Washita Hardwood Flooring and Townsend Flooring in Warren are proud to sponsor this Lumberjack football game. Building a strong team takes commitment and hard work, and Maxwell Hardwood Flooring, Washita Hardwood Flooring, and Townsend Flooring understand the concept of teamwork. Whether it's building the finest hardwood flooring in the nation or having a winning team, it takes teamwork and dedication to get the job done. Be a part of a winning team by following the Lumberjacks right here and joining your friends at Maxwell Hardwood Flooring, Washita Hardwood Flooring, and Townsend Flooring and wishing them the best.
Ryburn Motor Company began in 1946 in Monticello and has been dedicated to taking care of people and giving back to the community. This was a new standard in customer service based on treating people right. Today at Ryburn Motor Company, we do business the same way. Now with 7 brands and over 50 employees, you can be confident in your purchase, service, and experience anytime you call, click, or come in. Ryburn Motor Company, 75 years of excellent customer service and going strong.
22-21, Lumberjacks regain the lead. This one's going to be whoever has the football last. Lumberjacks lead it. They'll kick it off with 8:32 to play here in the fourth quarter. Jacinto will tee it up. We squibbed the last one. They're going to kick this one deep. This one's going to be fielded back at the 15 and returned up to the 20. Going to get to the 23 and slow down at the 24-yard line. Good coverage by the Lumberjacks. A 9-yard return on the kickoff. And the Riceburgs will have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. But David Warren's got to find a way to stop Cedric Hawkins.
Got to find a way to stop Stuttgart one way or the other.
Yeah. Hawkins, he's got to be up close to 200 yards, 175 yards on the night anyway.
Not really, other than the 2 long runs. That's all he has.
Yes, but an 81-yard touchdown run and a 69-yard touchdown run on the night for the Riceburgs. 22-21. Lumberjacks lead it by a point. Stuttgart will open up with twin receivers wide to the left. Twins come wide right. Hawkins, the lone setback beside the quarterback, Coppins. Tamir hands it off to Hawkins. Hawkins picks his way. He's going to be hit at the line and gets a tough yard out of it. Coming up to make the stop for the Lumberjacks is Weston Gavin for Warren. Gain of 1, so it'll be 2nd down and 9 now. Both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining, 22-21. Quarterfinal matchup here, Lumberjacks and the Riceburgs. Winner moves on to the semifinals next week. They'll go with the twin trip receivers now wide left. Ball on the right hash mark. Coppins on 2nd and long. Fakes it, going to keep it himself. Coppins around the left side. Warren's got him defended. If they can tackle him, they get him down at the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4 on the play for Coppins. Jalen Lee and Jakari Lee both come up to make the stop on him.
Jalen forced it, and Jakari came up and finished it.
3rd down and 5 for the Riceburgs. 3rd and 5 with Warren leading by 1 from their own 30-yard line. Riceburgs will send twin receivers wide right. Warren's fans are on their feet, and they're trying to get into it. They've been watching a good ball game. Coppins out of the shotgun on 3rd and 5. Straight drop. Warren will rush forward. Coppins unloads down the left side. Has a man open. It's complete at the 35 to the 30 and pushed out of bounds at the 28-yard line. That is Arlie Lee on the catch. This is his first game back since he broke his arm in week 1. And he makes a big catch there and puts the Riceburgs down in Lumberjack territory at the 28-yard line.
42-yard pickup.
1st and 10, Riceburgs at the Lumberjack 28. Just under 7 minutes to play in the football game. Warren leading by 1. Coppins takes the snap, keeps it himself. Left side at the 25, 20, the 15. Going to be hit at the 10 and going to be knocked out of bounds right about the 10-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 9. Yeah. As Coppins, the quarterback, got some good blocks out there, was able to pick up big yardage.
Yes, he did.
It'll be 1st and goal to go for the Riceburgs at the Lumberjack 9-yard line. 6:49 left to play. 22-21 our score. Lumberjacks leading. Stuttgart trying to regain the lead. They'll go with twin receivers to either side. Hawkins, the lone setback, beside Coppins. Going to hand it off. Hawkins, left side, lowers his shoulder to 5, into the end zone, touchdown. How about that? Cedric Hawkins, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. This one will give Stuttgart back a 5-point lead. It's 27-22. And now Stuttgart's got to make a decision. Are they going to kick the extra point or go for 2? You know, an extra point only gives them a 6-point lead. If they go for 2, Warren has to score and make the extra point to tie the ball game. They're going to leave the offense on the field and go for 2. 27-22, Stuttgart leading. The offense will stay on the field. They'll go with the tandem backs in the backfield. Hawkins, Coppins, and now Stuttgart's going to call a timeout to talk about it. We're going to keep it right here on the 2-point conversion. And remind you that Trucks Heating and Air, your Rudd dealer in Southeast Arkansas, Matt Trucks and Michael Burns can fix all your heating and air problems. Whether you're building a new house and need a new unit for that new construction, or maybe your old unit just the dirt and won't hardly heat and cool anymore, they can fix you up with one of those dependable Rudd units made right here in Arkansas in Fort Smith. They have financing available. Give them a call at 820-1525, or Michael's number is 820-0722. But again, they work and somebody on call all the time. They'll take care of all your heating and air needs with a dependable Rudd unit. Trucks Heating and Air, your specialist in heating and air in Southeast Arkansas for a long, long time. It's 27-22. Stuttgart has regained the lead. They're going to go for 2 to try to give them a 7-point lead. 6:43 to play. And boy, if you go back and look at the extra point missed earlier in the game, the field goal missed by Stuttgart earlier in the game. And now a 2-point conversion, and the Warren's 2-point conversion that was no good a moment ago. Coppins out of the shotgun. They go with a bunch set to the right. Flag going to come in. Motion going to be called against Stuttgart.
It's beginning to look like Warren's 2-point conversion.
It's kind of deja vu.
Attempt, yeah.
Warren was going for 2, had 2 offside calls, and ended up trying it from the 13, and Cornish got sacked. Now this will be from the 8-yard line, the 2-point conversion will for Stuttgart. They swap in some personnel. We'll see a different offensive set. They had the twin backs in the backfield a moment ago. And the bunch set to the right. This time they'll spread the field. Go with twin receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hawkins, the lone setback.
I think you got to watch Coppins here. He's going to be the key.
Coppins throws the jump ball up in the end zone. Open. Touch. 2-point conversion's good.
Didn't even have to use the jump ball. The man was left wide open.
Arlie Lee makes the catch in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And the Riceburgs have a 7-point lead. 29-22, 6:43 to play in the ball game. Still a lot of time. We're back in just a moment.
Trust Company provides fast, easy, reliable service with loans to fit your needs. Whether you need a car loan, a house loan, ATV loan, or a new boat, just come by and let Warren Bank make your dreams come true. See a loan officer today about your dreams and make them come true with Warren Bank and Trust Company. Warren Bank and Trust, member Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, member FDIC. Warren Bank and Trust Company. Let them serve you with your next loan. That's Warren Bank and Trust. This weekend at the Weekend Blowout Sale at Super Value Foods in Warren, you'll find beef T-bone steaks, family pack, just $4.98 a pound. Coke and Coke products, 2-liter bottles, 3 for $5. Fresh crisp celery, 88 cents a stalk. Coffee Mate Creamer, 35-ounce container, only $4.98. Bar S hot dogs, 12-ounce package, 2 for 98 cents. And Crisco vegetable oil, a 48-ounce bottle, only $2.98. It's only at Super Value Foods during the weekend blowout sale in Warren.
29-22, Stuttgart with the lead. They'll kick it off, picked up by Tayshawn Johnson and returned up from the 30 to the 35 to the 37, make it the 38-yard line. Warren will have it 1st and 10. Warren has all 3 timeouts remaining, but there's 6:37 left to go. Still a lot of football left to play here tonight.
A lot of football. A lot of things can happen from here.
1st and 10, Lumberjacks from their own 38-yard line. Riley Cornish, the senior, at quarterback. Again, the winner moves on. The loser is done for the year. Here in the quarterfinals of the 4A state football playoffs. Albert, your running back. Put Jakari Lee in motion, hand it off to Calvert up the middle. Calvert picking his way.
Nowhere.
Going to get a couple of yards, and that's all, out to the 40-yard line. Coming up to make the stop on him there is going to be number 51. That is Tank Hood. He's a 9th grader for Stuttgart. Playing in there in that defensive line. 2nd down and 8 now for the Lumberjacks. Tayshawn Johnson and Jakari Lee come wide left. Jared Payne will split wide right into the boundary. Ball on the right hash mark. Cornish looks over the defense. Stuttgart going to rush 4. As Cornish wanting to throw. Fires into the flat. Going to be complete to Maddox, but he's going to lose yardage.
Now, they're going to spot him, I believe.
Yeah, at the line of scrimmage at the 40.
Line of scrimmage.
He made the catch, but it was hit immediately there by Jackson Robertson, the outside linebacker, coming up to cover. So Warren will look at 3rd down and long. 3rd and 8 from their own 40-yard line. 5:35 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Stuttgart leading 29-22. Now Coach Embry finally calls the play in with 12 seconds on the play clock. Down to 10. Warren going to go with a bunch set to the left, to the short side. 4 seconds. Hand it off on a reverse to Jared Payne. Payne at the 40, going to run out of room and run out of bounds. Way short of the first down.
Yeah.
Up at the 40, just shy of the 45-yard line. Need to get to the 48. So it's going to bring up a 4th down and long 3 for the Lumberjacks. And now Warren going to have to go for it here from their own 40. Actually, the Mark Boyd didn't get a very good spot. He stepped out back at the 43-yard line.
It changed drastically.
So 4th and 5. Cornish stays in at quarterback. You'll shift the tight end and fullback over to the left side. Cornish trying to call this hard count. And now Coach Embry's going to call a timeout with 5:10 to play in the ball game. Stuttgart leading 29-22. We'll keep it right here. And tell you that our friend Dr. Kerry Pennington wants everyone to get their COVID and flu shots this season. So go the next first opportunity you get. Make sure you get your COVID-19 shot and your flu shot to protect you, your family, and others around you. American Shifting Corporation, proud sponsor of Lumberjack football. If you're in the trucking business, heavy equipment operator, or logging business, they fix more truck transmissions, rear ends, and clutches than anybody else. You can call Michael Adair locally. He's from right here in Warren, 820-2028. But they offer the best warranty in the business, no questions asked. They can get you back on the road or in the woods faster than anyone. They're your authorized power shift transmission rebuilder. They rebuild more than anybody in the country. That's American Shifty Corporation. Warren looking at 4th down and 5 from their own 43-yard line. Cornish out of the gun, triple receivers wide to the right. Cornish leaves it with Calvert. Calvert at the 45, second effort to the 48, to the 49. He's got the first down. Oh, my. Second effort by Cedric Calvert will get the Lumberjacks by a yard.
Yep.
With 5:02 remaining, Warren trailing by 7, 29-22. 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. Biggest lead of the night for Stuttgart is at 7. Warren's biggest lead was 9 back in the first quarter when it was 9-0. So trip receivers go wide right again now for the Lumberjacks. Ball on the left hash. Cornish again hands off to Calvert over that left side. He's across midfield into Riceburg territory down to the 43-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7 for Cedric Calvert. David, for a young man that has had limited action all season long because Warren's been leading. He's had the workhorse tonight.
He has.
Second down. They mark it at the 43. We need to get to the 41. So 2nd and 2, a gain of 8 on that last play. Cornish again leaves it with Calvert right up the middle. He's got the first down as he dives forward to the 39-yard line of Stuttgart.
That is his 28th carry of the night.
You know, the last few ball games, if he carried it 6 or 7
times.
10 at the most.
Yeah.
But he's had to come in here, and the Lumberjacks trying to come from behind, trailing by 7. Under 4 minutes left to play. 1st and 10 from the 39 of Stuttgart. Calvert gets the carry again, cuts back, 35 to the 30. Going to be hit and brought down.
We got a holding right there. It's going to come back.
Calvert went all the way to the 30, would have had the first down, but nullify the run because of the penalty against the Lumberjacks on the hold.
Yeah.
So it'll move it back close to midfield. As it was, the flag was at the 37, so they'll mark it back to the 47, and that's where Warren will have it. Need to get to the 30, so it'll be 1st and 17 now for the Lumberjacks. And boy, how many times tonight have we played behind the sticks?
A bunch.
It seems like
but at least it's first down.
1st and 17. Payne, Jakari Lee, and Maddox go wide to the right. Johnson wide left on 1st and 17. Cornish, again, hands off. Calvert up the middle. Calvert carries it inside the 45 down to the 43-yard line. He'll gain 4. And now Warren looking at 2nd down and 13. Calvert's going to check out of the ball game. He's going to get a breather, a well-deserved breather. We'll see Traylon Jackson check in at the running back spot. On 2nd and 13 now for Warren. Down to 3:02 and counting. Warren trailing by 7, 29-22. Play action. One to throw. Cornish has his man Lee down the field. It's going to be knocked down at the last second. Oh, that was Hawkins, Cedric Hawkins, who closed on it to knock it away. Jalen Lee was wide open. It just took too long to get the ball.
He had to wait on the football.
Oh, it'll be 3rd down and 13 now for the Lumberjacks. So 3rd down and 13. Clock will stop with 2:51 to go in the 4th quarter. Stuttgart leading 29-22. It was 9-7 at halftime. Lumberjacks had the lead. Cornish on 3rd and 13. Trip receivers go wide right. Cornish, straight drop. They bring the blitz. He steps up, throws it down the field. It's going to be incomplete. Down at the 10-yard line. That pass intended for Jakari Lee, and Jakari got a hand on it but couldn't bring it down. Yep. So once again, the Lumberjacks are going to be looking at 4th down. And we got a couple of injured players for Stuttgart, a little slow in getting up. It's going to be the linebacker that was hurt. That's Jackson Robinson. He's going to get up and walk off the field under his own power. But David Warren's down to 4th down and 13 here with 2:45 to play.
13 yards. They're in business. Anything less, the season's over.
29-22. Stuttgart with a 7-point lead. Warren will send Maddox Lassiter, Jakari Lee, and Jared Payne wide to the right. Tayshawn Johnson comes wide left. Jackson's in at running back. Cornish on 4th and 13, and now Stuttgart's going to jump off sides.
That helps.
That helps. It'll be 4th and 8 for the Lumberjacks as they'll spot it down at the 38-yard line. So offsides on the defense. Still doesn't change your play call a whole lot.
No, not a whole lot.
It's 4th and 8 instead of 4th and 13 now for Warren. But Calvert's going to check back in, and we'll see Jackson come out. So Cedric back in at the running back. It's 4th down and 8 for the Lumberjacks. Here's the ball game for Warren and the career in the season as Cornish. Coach Embry changes the play out of the shotgun. Trip receivers wide right. One wide to the left. Cornish straight drop. Cornish had protection, throws over the middle, caught by Jakari Lee at the 30, to the 25, at the 20, still on his feet at the 15, and finally pushed out of bounds down at the 16-yard line. Wiley Cornish, David, stood in the pocket for a long time, but give that offensive line credit. They gave him all day.
They gave him all day.
It'll be a first down for the Lumberjacks at the 16-yard line.
Jakari Lee reached up and picked that football up like an apple out of a tree there. Just
first and 10 from the 16. Lassiter at quarterback, handoff, Cedric Calvert. Calvert trying to get to the edge. He'll carry it inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3 on the play. 2:25 remaining. Warren has 2 timeouts left. Stuttgart has 2. But David, Warren doesn't want to leave Stuttgart with a whole lot of time.
No.
For their last possession. But we've got to score and then kick the extra point to try to send this one to overtime. Or go for 2.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And the win. Handoff, Calvert, a lot of room. 10 at the 5 to the pylon. Is he into the end zone? Touchdown, Lumberjacks. Cedric Calvert. Wow. He stretched out and just got the pylon in the corner of the end zone for the score.
Now what do you do?
Warren trailing by a point. We're going for the tie. We're sending Jacinto, the kicker, on. Jose Jacinto. He's a junior. He missed the first one of the night. He's been pretty consistent all year. Hollingsworth will hold for the tie with 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. As we await the snap, Hollingsworth gets it down. The kick's on its way, and it is good. We've got a tie ball game. We're back with more Lumberjack football in a moment.
When it comes to health care, I want the best.
We all want the best doctors, the latest treatments. But what if you could have all that in a caring place close to home, where your support goes back into the community? Where can you find health care with that level of care? Bradley County Medical Center. Hometown people taking care of our hometown.
Community-minded, just like you.
Hello, Carl Lucky for Lucky's of Monticello. Have you noticed our shopping habits have changed a lot over the last few years? Step 1, grab the smartphone and research the product. Step 2, hit the Order Now button. Well, guess what? At AutoBuyLucky.com, you may use the same process for your next ride. At AutoBuyLucky.com, near you, see all the pictures and equipment. Oh, yeah, and the prices. Shopping made easy for you at AutoBuyLucky.com.
We're all tied at 29-29. Warren kicks it off to Cedric Hawkins. Hawkins over the 30, the 35, the 40. Going to be finally brought down out at the 43-yard line, and that's where the Riceburgs will have it with 1:53 to play in the ball game. And, David, a tie game, 29-29.
But I will bring this up. Stuttgart has an excellent field goal kicker. They do not have to put it in the end zone.
First and 10, Riceburgs from their own 42. 1:53 to play. We're tied at 29-29. Again, the winner moves on to the semifinals next week.
The loser plays basketball.
Stuttgart will come with twin wideouts to the left, twin to the right. Coppins out of the shotgun. Coppins going to hand it off to Hawkins. Hawkins hit at the line, going to be brought down for no gain. That's Maddox Lassiter making the tackle there against the Riceburgs. Hawkins, it'll be second down and 10 after no gain. Riceburgs will send trip receivers wide left this time. Coppins rolling to his left. Flags come in. They'll blow it dead. And it's going to be an offsides or procedure call against the Riceburgs.
But have you noticed, in many ways, penalties have not affected
either team.
They've happened, and both teams have overcome them.
It'll be second and 15 now for the Riceburgs. Ball spotted back at their own 37-yard line with 1:32 to play. We're all tied, 29-29. Trip receivers again wide left. Ball on the right hash mark. One receiver here to the near side. Into the boundary. Coppins, your quarterback. Hawkins, the lone setback. Warren will put a four-man front defensively. Coppins rolling left. Coppins going to keep it himself on a jet sweep by the quarterback. He's up to the 40. Hit hard. The ball is loose. Warren says they have it. The officials agree, or was he blown dead at the 40-yard line?
They're talking Warren football.
It is Lumberjack football. Oh, my. Jalen Lee, I think, is the one that came up with the loose football. Stuttgart's coach is furious out there on the field. They thought he was blown dead at the 40-yard line. It should be, the officials ruled it Warren football at the 37.
We got an injury out there, I think.
There's an injured player for Stuttgart. They have marked it 1st and 10 Lumberjacks with 1:19 to play at the Stuttgart 37. Well, David, that's the second turnover against Stuttgart.
Yep.
One was back in the first drive of the ball game, first possession.
Mm-hmm.
Warren did not capitalize on it. Lumberjacks have had 2 turnovers. Stuttgart capitalized on one of those.
Right.
It's our turn to capitalize. All right. Attending to the player over there. We'll remind you that number 1 Wash and Shine Detail Shop there on Main Street in Warren. I can get them in one more time. They are your car care specialists. They can clean your cars up and get you back going riding in style. 820-2171. Thomas Miller and his crew do a great job. They offer a senior citizens discount. They're open 7 days a week. That's number 1 Wash and Shine Detail Shop. Get your car cleaned up tomorrow. Warren will have it 1st and 10 at the Stuttgart 37. 1:19 left to play here in a tie ball game. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Cornish puts Jakari Lee in motion, hands it off to Cedric Calvert up the middle at the 30. Breaks the tackle, the 20 to the 15, and going to be brought down just shy of the 15-yard line. Cedric Calvert, the senior running back for the Lumberjacks, he has made his presence known tonight.
He has. It has been Cedric Calvert's night.
1st and 10 Lumberjacks at the 16-yard line with 1:05, and the clock will continue to run. Warren is in field goal range. They're within Jacinto's range now. Cornish again puts Lee in motion, handed off Calvert again, leave it in his hands. He's at the 15, going to be hit hard at the 14-yard line. A tough 2 yards for Cedric Calvert. Again, there's that freshman in on the stop for Stuttgart, Tank Hood, making the stop. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8. We're down to 36 seconds. Warren will run this play and then probably call a timeout. Cornish puts Lassiter in motion, puts him on the left side. Now put Lee in motion. Hand it off to Lee on the jet sweep. Lee to the 10, Lee to the 5. Lee was pushing forward to the 1. Did he get in? Touchdown, Lumberjacks. Oh, my. With 18 seconds remaining, Jalen Lee will carry it in on the jet sweep. And the Lumberjacks go up 35-29 with 18 seconds remaining.
You know, this is in many ways one of those football games that neither team deserves to.
But we said it at halftime. Whoever ended up with the football last is going to win it. And, you know, Stuttgart's going to get the ball back, but they only got 18 seconds remaining. So it's still not over with.
Warren going to have to use a timeout.
We're needing somebody on the field.
No, they can't find the kicking tee.
Play clock down to 12. Warren's going to call the timeout. Yes. We'll keep it right here. You know, they couldn't find the kicking tee.
Most of the time, that is either the
kicker or the holder.
Probably it was the kicker job to keep up with, but it's one of the two. And Coach Embry was just letting both of them have it.
McGee, I just got a text that McGee wins tonight 38-21 over Hoxie, so they will advance to the semifinals of the 3A next week. How about that? Congratulations to the Owls. Warren,
yes,
with a 5, making a 6-point lead, trying to make it 7 here. 35-29 with 18 seconds remaining. Snaps down, kick on its way, and it's good. Lumberjacks go up by 7, 36-29. We'll come back with the final 18 seconds in just a moment.
Market for a tractor, ATV, mower, or a boat and don't know where to get a loan? That's simple. Come see me at Union Bank. This is Scott Ethel, and I'll work for you and make the lending process as easy as 1, 2, 3. With the same low rates and top-notch service you've come to expect, I'll be there from application to closing for your next lending experience. So stop by my office or call me at 460-6400 and let me show you a better way of banking. Financial with approved credit. See loan officer for details. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC. Equal opportunity lender.
James Glass and Body Shop, 441 North Martin in Warren, is one of the oldest body shops in Warren, so it makes sense when you need vehicle damage repair that they're the place to go. Using top-of-the-line replacement parts, the professional James Glass and Body Shop can restore your vehicle to tip-top condition. James Glass and Body Shop is the only full-service glass shop in Warren. They custom-cut glass for home, business, and auto. So the next time you need professional vehicle repair or custom-cut glass, stop by James Glass and Body Shop, 441 North Martin in Warren, or call 226-313.
36-29, Lumberjacks lead it by 7. There's 18 seconds remaining. Boy, what a second half of football.
What a ball game.
Jacinto will tee it up for the Lumberjacks. And he's going to sky kick this one down the field. It's going to be squibbed on the ground, finally picked up back at the 22-yard line. That's going to be back to the 25 and hit and pushed out of bounds by Irvin Rivera on the special teams. Kendrick Hawkins is the return man. And the Riceburgs will have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line, David. They've got 2 timeouts remaining and 11 seconds. But Warren's got to find a way to stop Kendrick Hawkins and not let him break another one of those long runs.
Coppins is
the quarterback.
The one that concerns me more than any of them.
As the Lumberjacks called a timeout, Warren will have 1 remaining. Coach Emery, I'm sure, is going to tell his team, let's not let anything get behind you. Keep everything in front of you and make a tackle when you have to.
We're not interested in stripping the offensive player of the football. We want him to hit the ground.
36-29, Lumberjacks lead it by 7. A game that was 9-7 at halftime. Warren had a 2-point lead. Stuttgart took their first lead at 14-9. And the Lumberjacks have swapped back and forth 3 times, 3 lead changes. On 1st and 10, Coppins out of the gun. Twin receivers go to either